Okay, now it says sending data. That's something. All right, I'm going to fade us to black. Bakalar, you will hear the music. Just bring us in on cue.
Beautiful.
All right. We faded to black. We're on the intro. We go in 5, 4, 3. Actually, hang on. Let me fix one thing. Sorry. All right. 5, 4, 3.
That's right. Get those turkeys ready, baby, because it's Thanksgiving time. Right here on your voicemail dump truck for your what is not Thursday, it's Wednesday, folks. Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. Welcome to the show. My name is Jeff Bakalar. I am joined by a threesome, including me as a foursome. It's just golf analogies here, folks. That's the kind of podcast we are.
Yes,
Golf and nothing but golf.
That's what we're all thinking about.
That was a good start to the podcast. I'm like, I just kind of want to sit back and listen to this one, I think.
I like to play it fast and loose. And sometimes you get what you get and you don't get upset. Jeff Grubb, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be back at work. I had a very good time at Disney World. I want to answer even more questions about it, so if you guys have questions, feel free to pepper them throughout the episode here.
Christ, I hope. Okay, well, all right. I think we did hit the
there's
Disney
probably
quota.
no one here that wants to know more about it, even though he's asking me many questions already.
I haven't listened to anything this week from us.
Sorry, there you go.
No, Niki,
you might like.
Niki, no.
How was
Niki,
it?
no.
It was really fun.
Yes, I just want to hear it. I want to hear it on like a maybe one line sort of high level summary. But listen, we've hit the Disney quota for the decade, friends. Okay, we don't need to like fill that up anymore. But I want to get to that. But there are other things to address first, and other people. Niki Grayson, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. The weather outside is not frightful, but it's not happy.
No.
Either.
I'm
I haven't
sorry.
seen the sun in days.
Oh,
and by
okay.
days, I mean I saw it yesterday, and I haven't seen it today.
So
yet.
day. You haven't seen it in day.
I haven't seen it today.
Okay.
That must be real tough for California living.
It's like 65 degrees outside. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, cry me a river.
It did get down to like 45 at night in Florida, and I appreciated that because they were playing so much Christmas music that I kind of needed it, so it worked for me.
That's nice. Nice of Florida to do that. Literally nothing else, but that is nice of Florida to do that. Mike Minotti is on the program, looking lovely, sounding lovely, and I assume smelling lovely. How are you, Mike Minotti?
Yeah, I did just shower. That's I got a navy themed bar of soap. I don't know. It smells good though.
No, explain that.
The Navy?
Smell like the Navy?
I don't know. There's what is it called? It's this Duke's Canyon.
Yeah,
soap.
I knew it was Duke's Canyon. I knew that.
And what? The one soap is like it's like navy themed, but it's blue and smells nice.
I think I have bought this same bar of soap. Do you want to guess which store I bought it at?
I bought mine at Lowe's. Is that where you got yours?
At Lowe's.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. Am I an honorary dad now? Am I a dad now?
You might be a dad.
Yeah, let's go.
Niki, are you okay?
Is this the big ass brick of soap?
Yeah, it's the big basically.
What are you doing with the soap that's looking like this?
It like overtook me. I saw it. I'm like, that looks like the soap for me.
My life has improved so much more since I got into these like actual like bar-shaped bars of soap now. I want my soap to look like a brick.
I would like to eat this soap if it would please the court.
I think I'm just really thinking about Ren Stimpy today.
Yeah.
Your ice cream bar?
No, sir, I don't like it.
You got your space madness.
I think I also bought a Darth Maul and Obi-Wan's brick of soap from Home Depot once. So
yes, that's Dr.
Niki,
Squatch or whatever.
Niki has left the podcast.
That's
Niki,
Dr.
I know
Squatch.
These basic bitches, right?
Crazy.
Niki, crazy. Just
all right.
Insanity.
Look, I'm telling you, naval diplomacy, it smells pretty good, it turns out.
Look, all right, soapcrimes.mp3.
Project the power of soap upon your body.
Yeah.
I think
I
I promise I won't ask Jeff anything about Disney World for a while here. Hey, Jeff, how's Universal?
Whoa. Okay. Fine. Tell us. You want to do this now or like in a couple minutes?
One specific question. Did you do that Spider-Man ride there?
I did do the Spider-Man ride, and that was a family favorite.
Ride rules.
It's so good.
What do you do? Is it like the Connect game at Disney at California Adventure?
It's so much better than the Spider-Man ride they have in Disneyland, and it's like significantly older. It's kind of like it's kind of like the first proto version of that Rise of the Resistance ride. Except there's a lot more like screens peppered in, and you have the 3D glasses. Right. So this was like when this came out in 99 or whatever, this was the most high tech ride in the world. And it's fun. You're just in a car and it's bumping around and Spider-Man's there and it's all sorts of fun shenanigans.
It's great 'cause the line is the cartoon Spider-Man. So you're in line and there's a cartoon J. Jonah Jameson yelling at the audience as you're getting ready to get on the ride. That's fantastic.
It is actually a top tier line. I love that line.
It's really good. And then you get in there and it's you're just constantly being attacked by the Sinister Six in various ways, and the car feels like it's falling backwards, and Spider-Man catches it with his webs, and it's just awesome. We all came out of it being like, that was so great. And I guess I've heard people mention it before, but I guess it's been around for a while, so it's not top of mind. But yeah, we really, really enjoyed that one quite a bit.
Nice.
Universal was good otherwise, though. It was, you definitely see where you see the difference in tier between Universal and Disney World in a lot of ways.
Well, they're different, right? They're just different parks, right? They're just different.
They're different, and you could see I would guess that Disney employees are held to a higher standard, and you feel that just a little bit. Yeah. Not that it was a problem ever at Universal, but just you feel it. So it's like, I see where my money goes at Disney, and
totally.
Universal feels like a park ran by humans, and Disney feels like a park ran by some species that came to deliver us a good time, despite their own, what they need for themselves. And then
I think there's a secret third tier, which is like a Six Flags.
Yes, a Knott's Berry Farm.
People work there, but it is not staffed by anybody.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
There are
I was just
miners trying to make you food that they wouldn't eat.
I just went to Great Adventure, so I can attest to this. Wait, I was going to ask, is Universal more akin to Great Adventure, which is a Six Flags? I think
it's in between.
I think it's closer to being Disney than being a Six Flags.
I will say I was alarmed at the sort of like hands-off nature of the sort of Great Adventure experience.
Anything
you could do whatever. Like I could have easily just been like, got on the mic and been like, dispatch, and just hit the button. Like, I feel like all these things were not.
You can't do that.
Secured.
There are 5 people at every entrance and exit, every fence, everywhere. Everywhere you turn, there's 5 people working. It's crazy. So
Great Adventure is like my childhood, very close to home go-to amusement park. And it has some amazing roller coasters, without a doubt, really, really exceptional stuff. But yeah, certainly a little long in the tooth. Rides where I was like, oh wow, Batman is from 1993. What? That ride is older than most people. Anyway, I'm glad you had fun. I want to go to Universal. I hope we get back there. But I understand where you're coming from. Look, Disney's for babies. It's like for little babies, right? So I get. Mike, you know what I mean. But it's for babies.
I know what you mean, but I still took offense to it.
You're a big baby. That's fine.
The drone show at Universal at the end of the night was very cool.
Right.
That was
doing that now.
That was neat.
Now, what did they do with that? Because I also have a drone story from my weekend.
They made it look like the Ghostbusters logo and played Ghostbusters music, and I was like, that's Sony. And then they just kept doing it, and I'm like, well, that's awesome. And then they
is there to be a cop?
You can't be Sony right now.
Well, I said out loud, that's not your copyrighted material. And then they had E.T. fly in front of the moon and stuff, and this was all done with drones.
Oh, that's cool.
And you know what? It's like, all this music they're playing is friggin' John Williams. So it's just one John Williams banger after another, and it's like this is actually fantastic. It's really good.
So fucking crazy that guy is real.
Yeah, it's nuts. And he's still alive right now while we're alive.
Still alive.
We get to he's still making new stuff. It's like right now, and we get to experience it. It's nuts.
Real.
Yeah, I very very lucky. I was definitely having that moment while it was like, this is Universal. And he's done a lot of their like Jaws. They played all. It's like, man, he's got so
Jurassic
many.
Park.
Jurassic, exactly.
Huge.
The Harry Potter theme is him, which somehow like is the Harry Potter theme does fucking bang.
Yep.
Like fuck Harry Potter. But like,
it's great.
well, when he
Off the
stopped
Hedwig's
doing
theme.
the Harry Potter scores after 3, they got
Yeah, then they got
noticeably
bad.
worse. Right?
Oh, there's a John Williams doc on Disney Plus. I did not know that.
Yep. Do you know his son is Johnny Williams, who I think is the singer of, is it Toto? He's like
Ben Toto?
Way.
Yeah, I think he's in Toto.
No fucking way.
No
his
shit.
kid
I
is
think it's Toto, or maybe
Wait.
it's a different band. It's a pretty good band. That's a pretty big band.
Like,
Is it Toto?
Africa Toto?
Yeah, Africa
Like
Toto,
the-
I think.
Wow.
Like the trauma I faced
Toto?
from
Yeah.
Africa,
Yes,
Toto at the winery.
Yeah, the lineage is the Williams family there. Yeah.
Told on this podcast
Yeah.
a year or two ago.
Uh-huh.
Wow,
That's awesome.
trauma.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
or is it
amazing.
Joseph Williams? Yeah. Either way, yes. There's like a whole family there. So, but yeah,
That's so sick.
overall, I had a really good time. It was like, I'm like, when we get back, I wonder kind of what the family sentiment is going to be. Are the kids going to be like, we did that, great, let's move on? No, it's like, it's kind of still all they're talking about. And Steph's like, constantly like, when are we going to go back? Like, we should start planning a return trip. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
One of me.
They got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got the grubs.
Yep,
Somewhere,
they got us.
a shadowy figure in a dark hallway has a list, and next to the grub checkbox,
Mm-hmm. Just
we got him.
John Drake in a Star Wars cloak. Yeah.
We got him.
Niki, what's your drone story?
Well, I was in beautiful Kansas City, Missouri over the weekend for the NWSL championship, which was actually a blast. So I watched the soccer championship, and at the end of the game, there were people went, oh, like around the stadium. And I was like, what could we put? We're all in this tiny ass soccer stadium looking at the same thing. But then I was looking around the audience and I was like, none of them are looking at the thing that I'm looking at, but they're all doing a big reaction. So I look into the sky and then it says, oh, I don't even remember what it fucking said. I think it said like winning is not for everyone or something. Oh no, it said that's a different
That's the
Nike.
new giant bomb moto.
Not for everyone. It's a really good slogan. It said it was written in the stars, and it was drones and the biggest I've ever seen the Nike logo. And then it just said winning. It was written in the stars in the sky, and I was like, what if one of them went out and it fell into the ocean?
Whoa.
Over the
I mean, I'm
river.
sure that's happened.
Oh, it's happened. It's one of the reasons why Disney's been a little bit afraid to roll
Yeah.
out the drone shows, because you got to
Yeah.
fly them over people to get them where they need to
Over
be.
people, yes.
I love that, like, the alternative to explosions in the sky is still
Like little missiles.
not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still little things that could fall out of the sky.
You can
and
tell
more
Universal was
damage
like, we're
now.
going to do this over these buildings over here, which is
Yeah.
like clearly the back lot and stuff like that.
Mhm,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
How big are those drones, by the way? I realize they can injure you regardless, but like, how big are they, you think?
I think that the ones that they use to light, that are like for light shows, for drone shows, are probably as big as like a DJI mini.
Yeah, they're probably
like,
they're probably under the what is it, the FAA weight limit, which is like
Yeah.
250
Yeah.
grams. So they're probably like
Right.
249 grams and under. I guess these are big corporations. They would have the bandwidth to register with the FAA,
get licensed.
Sure.
Yeah.
but I bet they still
I
don't want
don't
to.
think they're not big enough to carry anything. I think they
Right.
are big enough to hold the
Just
light.
carrying a big
that is
ass
on
LED.
them.
I mean, you want them to be as light as
yeah.
possible so they can have the longest battery life possible and stay up for as long as they can. I got the sense during the Universal show that there was a time where there was a gap between one light up drone thing to the next, and it's like, I wonder if they just sent up replacements like halfway through, and now we have a new
Maybe.
set of drones.
no one knows.
Yeah.
That's neat. I'm sure the information exists out there. I
Oh,
do
yeah.
want to understand like the software behind
Oh,
all
me
that.
that
Yeah,
like half the
it's
time I
really-
was at
yeah,
these
like-
things, I was wanting to understand how this stuff worked
How
for
the
sure.
fuck does
Yeah.
it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what Windows CE computer?
A
Totally.
Dreamcast, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Punch
what-
cards.
I want to know what genius sacrificed curing cancer so that they could invent three-dimensional sky art, right?
It,
Yeah.
Um,
It looks good,
just
though.
like, is it Planet Coaster? Do they open up Planet Coaster to get the drones going?
Maybe. Oh, that reminds me. Planet Coaster 2 came out, which has water park stuff. and somebody like already recreated Typhoon Lagoon, a Walt Disney World water park in there. I got to
Whoa, we
open
gotta
that up
go.
and just have some funsies with that.
That's cool. Well, glad you're back, Grubb.
Yeah,
That's
real
very
quick,
cool.
Joseph Williams, the Toto guy, son of John Williams, was the adult singing voice for Simba in The Lion King. So there you go.
Oh,
The adult? Oh, when Simba like gets like a
that
little
wasn't
older.
Matthew Broderick, but Matthew Broderick like sings on Broadway.
Yeah, but no, they had different singing voices for both the kid version. Like it wasn't Jonathan Taylor Thomas either.
Oh, do you know why? I know why.
Because
It's because they'd have to pay.
Oh.
yeah.
So it's cheaper for them to re-record in the parks. That's why it's almost always an instrumental, or if there are vocals, it is a cover, is because it's cheaper for them to do it that way than it is to pay them the royalties, than it is to pay the artist the royalties that they would require.
See, they have to like pay the royalties in perpetuity.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Speaking of not paying,
it's funny.
Matthew Broderick, when I played Kingdom Hearts 2 and was in Lion King Land, it was not him, but it was Cam Clark, Liquid Snake, and
Oh, really?
Leonardo on
That's
the first team
weird.
of T. And he sounded very good. And I was like, oh, it should just be him. Screw Matthew Broderick. That guy killed a person.
Yep.
What?
Well, oh, why
He
do you
did?
Yeah, he
like,
drove on the
drunk
right side
driving?
of the road in a country where you don't do that.
Was he drunk?
I think he was just Matthew
probably.
Broderick.
Probably.
I just don't like. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if we
I
always
hope I
have to bring
ruined
it up.
Matthew Broderick for you now.
I just don't think we we don't always have to bring it up. But if he was, that's upsetting. God damn it!
Everything is
Fucking
bad.
Ferris.
What
Fucking
is it?
Ferris.
What is it? Disney really did have a spat where they were employing people who who did manslaughter.
I'm sorry.
Who else?
Can you back that up again?
Phil Lewis, the guy who runs the hotel on Sweet Life, and he was also Hooch in Scrubs.
Hooch.
Killed a guy
Oh, yeah? Like,
in a car.
in a car. So, manslaughter, involuntary
He did a
manslaughter.
vehicle manslaughter.
Right, because
Vehicular,
Christopher
yeah.
Lee was also in Kingdom Hearts 2, and he killed a person, but that was World War
Yeah,
II.
yeah, he killed a person and got away. And like was like, it's
And he
cool.
killed a Nazi.
Yeah, he killed
So-
us with.
Hey, that makes it fine.
Do you know the story about like him like teaching what's the director?
Peter Jackson.
Yeah, Peter Jackson about like what it sounds like to get stabbed with a knife. He's like,
Yeah.
Oh my
Great.
god.
he's like, you want me to scream when I get stabbed? He's like, that's not what happens. You go, and Peter Jackson's like, okay, thinking, how does he know? Oh wait, I know how he knows that. And it's like, okay, whatever you say, Christopher Lee. Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
So
and
trust
then
We'll trust your audio death memory.
Yeah, jeez.
And that actor has lines with Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts 2, and that's why it's a good video
and
game.
it all
Yoda.
comes full circle. God damn it. Okay. Pivot. We must pivot. Pivot we must. We're going to talk about merchandising.
Yeah,
Merchandising.
merchandising.
That's right. It's almost Black Friday time, or as I call it now, BFCM. Yeah, that's right. BFCM is the only cool way to talk about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You can't say
female clothed male.
no. It's not a porn category. It is most certainly a way to quickly talk about Thanksgiving sale time. And that's what we're doing right here at store.giantbomb.com, because we've got 3 brand new products hitting the store. Well, right this very second, folks. Go check it out. Site-wide until Monday night. We are going to be offering 15% off everything in the store. Everything in the store. So you could buy 1,400 joggers and you get 15% off 1,400 joggers.
Wow,
That's
that's
how
a huge
gonna
deal.
work.
You're making money.
Right?
Yeah,
you don't
you-
want to lose
You're
money. on this
losing
deal.
money by not buying these
Joggers
joggers.
only go up in value the more you wear them.
Yes.
So
They appreciate.
Everyone knows that. We've got, like I said, 3 brand new items, a new beanie featuring the classic Bomb Guy logo, and we've got the dopest, most comfiest, and probably the heaviest merch we've ever sold before in the form of a wearable blanket and the most fancy ass hotel robe you ever have seen in your entire lives. So if Giant Bomb were a fancy hotel, this is the robe that would be in every room.
don't stay at that hotel.
So-
But buy the robe.
Yeah, don't stay
should-
at the hotel. That's a good
I
idea.
think our hotel would be better than the Atari hotel.
Well, yeah, they equally
Really,
exist.
Jeff? I thought you were the biggest defender and
Oh,
fan
I
of the
want to
Atari
go to the
Hotel.
Atari Hotel. Of course. Are you kidding me? Of course I want to go to it.
I don't think you'll ever be able to.
Yeah, they keep going back and forth. They canceled it during the pandemic, and then the pandemic ended. They're like, we're doing it again. I'm like,
we should announce our own hotel. Well, I have great news, everybody. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're opening a hotel on the same lot as the Atari Hotel. We bought them out.
That'd be sick.
That was fast.
What is it in the shape of, Niki?
It is in the shape of. It's round. It's the bombman.
Oh, it's like the sphere. It's like the Las Vegas
It's
sphere.
exactly like the sphere, except that there's rooms inside.
Mhm.
Some of the rooms are really small.
Yeah, there's only one
But
room
like
on the
sphere,
top floor.
some of the rooms do have Bono in it, so you want to watch out for that. Look out for that.
And he
It's a
moves
blind
every
box.
single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blind box. Is what you're getting. So and look, regardless of the size of your room, each one of them's got one of these fancy hotel robes in there.
Mhm.
So
It
go
might
check
be
that out.
all that's in there.
Like I said, that sale's going to be going through Monday, I believe, all day Monday. So, hey, go check it out and buy some other stuff that you maybe have been holding out on, waiting for a discount. Very good. What other housekeeping do we have to deal with before we get into
We got a bunch of stuff coming up.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff Grubb. I'll toss to you.
I got GB at night the day before the Game Awards. That's December 10th? 13th.
That is that is most certainly
11th.
the 11th.
11th.
Yes.
I was going to keep saying dates.
No, it's okay. Wednesday, December 11th, Giant Bomb at Night.
Man, that would have sucked if it was the
Featuring-
10th. We wouldn't be there in time.
It's true. Featuring Jeff Grubb and
Yep.
everyone else.
It's going to be a good time. Got a bunch of friends coming to hang out. You should watch it. And then the next day, we're going to be helping out with this whole thing before the Game Awards. We're going to be
That's right.
helping out our buddies.
We're all about to collectively give birth to a countdown show.
Yep.
The labor pains have been with us for many months, and we can finally talk about it in a way that makes us feel a little better about ourselves.
I've had an epidural now for several weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
just numb
great.
from the waist down.
She's all falling out.
Yeah, just floppy.
It's actually going to be sick. Everyone has spent a lot of time and effort working on this countdown show, and we finally get to rock and roll starting 2:30
Dick Clark,
Pacific
yeah.
time on Thursday, December 12th.
We got Dick Clark.
Yep.
Why didn't Emma say that?
Got a shovel. Let's go.
Oh, buddy. That
Incredible.
is, yeah,
Where
I gotta say it here, 'cause I
incredible.
can't say it on that
Clark.
show. That would be a problem.
Just incredible.
Very.
Sorry. And look, maybe we just preemptively apologize to Mr. Keeley.
Oh,
Jeff,
yeah.
if someone could clip that. Sorry to Jeff Keeley is what
Can't even get Dick Clark because they fucking burned him up and they scattered his stupid ashes.
those
guys are so
assholes.
woke.
All things are possible through Satan.
Well, where is he now?
true. Well, I think we
that's-
all probably have a little bit of Dick Clark inside of us because we've all had water on the West Coast.
That's right. That's
Okay.
where
I
the
went to
ashes.
I went to a Dick Clark like themed restaurant back when that was a thing, right? When there were all those restaurants popping up.
Yeah.
There's like a Dick Clark bandstand
Yeah, I think I
restaurant.
I went to that too, and I was like, I think part of me, half the time I was there, was like, is this a Johnny Rockets? And it's like, no, it's not Johnny
No,
Rockets.
this is a Dick Clark.
It's a Dick Clark knockoff of Johnny Rockets. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Who is Johnny Rockets, though?
Yeah.
is Johnny Rocket?
Have you ever
Who
seen
shot
Johnny Rocket and
Rock?
Dick Clark in the same room at the same time? I haven't.
Ooh.
Sounds like a mess that
Yeah.
I don't want to clean up.
Then we'll probably have some of our own Game of the Year stuff at some point later,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. We plan on doing that in person. Maybe not live, but certainly in person when we're all
Not
together
live,
out
but
there in Los Angeles.
We will wrap it up, put it in a bow for you, and we'll have it ready for you around the holidays.
So that'll be fun. You got that to look forward to. I know you're not looking forward to Thanksgiving, having to see your family and all. So don't worry.
I just
You
don't
got a
blame
lot. You got a lot more bright spots coming at you very soon. So we can't wait to share all that stuff with you. I'm excited for the countdown show because we're going to be out there. We're going to be at LA Live. We're going to be outside the show itself at the theater. And I just love the fact that we're giving Jeff Grubb and Dan Reichert just microphones and basically the longest leash ever.
It can't go wrong.
What could go wrong?
You can't catch me. I'm going to be so fast. I'm just going to do some wild shit, and there's no one that could stop me.
I do hope there is some kind of wild goose chase.
we should have just all right, now we're gonna see if we can break in backstage. We don't have permission. Yeah, we're gonna go see. Here's Jeff Keighley's dressing room. Oh wait, I gotta
Keighley
run.
knows me. Jeff Keighley knows me. Jeff Keighley knows me.
Jeff with a G. Jeff with a G.
That's going to be sick. I'm looking forward to it. And so should you. And we'll obviously be messaging out where you can catch all this stuff. It'll be on all the Twitches and YouTubes and all that crap. All right. If you couldn't tell, this is a call-in show, ladies and gentlemen. 707 exit flu is our phone number. Thank you to everyone who's participated in the voicemail experience. We are going to have to look at, I guess, the stream to see the list of voicemails.
No, I have send it to you. Well, Jan sent it to me, and then hang on, I got an idea.
All right.
What if
I like your
this?
ideas.
I share.
I can read them to you. I have them. He sent them to me.
What if I just share?
All right. Well, guess what?
I didn't. Jan did. I could just share the application audio.
There's
from that.
15 grams, 300 milligrams, caramel. Oh, no, not that one. Don't use that. Hardly
You almost
working.
said it. You caught
Never
yourself
mind.
before you said the word apple.
One by one.
Wait, it's not. You're not allergic to the word.
He doesn't like anything about
Sometimes it feels like he's allergic to the word.
It does. It does feel like he's
I've
allergic
just
to
shared VLC with you guys, so now you guys can
I
just
see
see
it.
me as
Yep.
I update it live.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and thank you to Jan for helping us out.
Yeah,
even
he
though
grabbed
had
these voicemails.
No need
Thanks,
to do
Jan.
that. Thank you, Jan. We'll get things going with Mike Minotti.
Oh, great. Definitely the Oreo Coke Zero, please.
Ugh.
Sure. Let me just double check the audio. Okay, here we go.
Hey, duders. What is a food or a drink that you want to like, but just tastes like fucking dog shit?
Thank you.
I tried that new Oreo Coke Zero because I drink zero sugar sodas, and that fake vanilla flavor just tastes like shit to me. Olives are another one. I wish I liked olives, but
They're
taste
good.
like dirt. So, what are your guys' things you wish you liked, but you don't? Thanks.
Thank you, caller. Have you ever considered regarding the olive stance that you're just wrong? Like, have you ever considered that like perhaps your taste buds are wrong?
Well,
just
they
think
are
about
wrong.
it.
If you don't think that the Oreo Coke Zero is good,
So that's
and
what
you
I've
like
heard.
Coke Zero, Niki. If you like Coke Zero and don't like the Oreo Coke Zero, then something's wrong. If you don't like Coke Zero, then sure, you don't
Then,
like
yeah.
the Oreo Coke
I'm
Zero.
on the right side of history because I don't like either of them.
So
Yeah.
I will, when I go to Los Angeles, I will can only do this out of my own time zone. I will try an Oreo Coke Zero.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Well,
I will.
I'm
I
gonna put
did.
it in the calendar right now.
I
Thank
did
you.
send a message to Emma Fife, who I can't believe puts up with us. I'm like, can we do a double blind fast food and soda drinking thing during one of the breaks at GB at night? And she just said, sure. So, so maybe something like that can happen. Maybe you can come out there and taste some Cokes with Dan Riker, who says he can't tell the difference. And then he tells me he can tell the difference between all the Johnny Walker colors. I'm like, okay, listen, I believe that. But why can't you tell the difference between Coke and Diet Coke? Like, either way.
I think, I think
doesn't make
they're
any sense.
equally easy to suss out. What are we trying to do with him, man?
I'm concerned
sorry,
he
I'm
wouldn't
bringing it up.
admit it now if he could taste the difference.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, just on pride.
I will say I need to listen. I feel like we give Dan a lot of shit justifiably, but this man did feed. He put me on the right track, food wise, when I was in Kansas City.
I mean,
Me
it's
eating
no
so
offense
right.
to Dan, but Niki, that's like a tap in. What do you mean?
No, I feel like I would have been led astray if I asked someone else.
Oh,
But
all right.
he put the horse blinders on me and said, "This is all you need to focus on." And I went to Casey Joe's and I had those burn ends and I said, "Dan Reichert, I see the light." I literally do think I texted him. I said, "I see the light now."
Mike, send me your address because I have it all in my cart for Casey Joe's.
That's right. Yeah,
for
Jeff
you.
owes me those burn ends. I'm
Yep.
gonna send that to him right now. Mikey Hungy.
It wasn't like you were gonna wind up at like a McDonald's, Niki. I mean, like what? You know, like
If you would not have
Yeah,
gone to
I could've.
Casey Joe's, that would have been a real shame. If you were going to be
It
in
would've
that
been a
town.
bummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm glad you were able to make it to Casey
glad you
Joe's.
ate well.
Yeah.
Back to the caller. I'm trying to think. What.
I know
I've
for
had-
me, there's a couple like fancy cocktails that I wish I liked. They're not even fancy, but just some cocktails I think would be
let's hear
fun
it.
to be into. Like the Bloody Mary thing. I feel like I
Yeah.
should be into that. I like savory things. I like salty things, and I try the Bloody Mary, and there's just too much going on there for me. I don't know.
I had that thought the other day because I watched someone drink one, 3, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get back on board or like try it again. Can someone describe exactly what it tastes like?
It tastes a little bit like it is kind of like a tomato juice, but they put Tabasco in it, so it's sort of hot, and then it gets its boozy flavor from vodka, I believe. But I mean, that tomato flavor is pretty forward.
There's a lot of Worcestershire in it.
There's some Worcestershire, and I love Worcestershire sauce. Oh my god, I put Worcestershire sauce on almost everything, just as a little flavor boost in it. It's so freaking good. I think I'm making the gravy for Thanksgiving. You know, I'm going to be dumping some more than that.
Yeah,
Is Worcestershire
I'm going to be doing
white people soy sauce?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually pretty similar. In fact, I use both. I kind of use soy sauce in the same way. I just gotta put it in sometimes to get a little flavor boost. Yeah, they're good. Worcestershire has a bit more of that. It's got that tamarind, right? So you got a little bit of an interesting flavor from that. I think plums are involved too in some way.
Oh,
figs.
Interesting.
That's it, figs.
It is interesting that you are trying to enter the realm of Bloody Mary, or you gave it a shot.
Anchovies. I gave it a shot once. It's the dirty
fruit.
martinis.
It is a
same thing.
fruit-based drink.
Yeah, well, I'm Italian, so tomatoes, right? But I'm okay with that generally. Not uncooked tomatoes, though, and maybe not just pure tomato juice.
Yes, I know your rules.
Yeah, dirty martini is the same thing, and I love salt.
Oh, I love
even I
martini.
drink a dirty martini, and I'm like, this is just brine water. I'm sorry, this is gross.
So,
that is a dirty martini. It's just brine water. That is literally what makes it dirty.
Well,
yes,
it's vodka too, but yes.
Yeah, but it's like they make it dirty by pouring in less alcohol and more of the olive juice.
More salt water.
Yeah,
there
was
was
too much.
When I was in the hotel bar, I was at a hotel that was adjacent to the stadium, and it's the riverfront of Kansas City is really weird because it's not done yet. They kind of went backwards RE development. They developed the fun stuff before they developed the rest of it.
Okay.
So there's a soccer stadium, a hotel, and then nothing else.
Ooh,
so
weird.
this hotel is like in the middle of nowhere on the river, and it was really close to the stadium. So it was like, I'm sure unbelievably expensive. It's probably where the players were staying, like where the league was staying, like all of that stuff. So all the people there were like really wealthy looking, feeling. And one woman walked in and she said to the bartender, she was like, I want the dirtiest martini you can make me. And the guy was like, huh? And she was like, I want it dirty. And then he made it in front of her, and he was like, is this good? Like, when you go to the Olive Garden, and they do the cheese.
They say when.
Okay. No, I don't know what that is.
They say when. That they basically did that, but with the juice, and I was like, this is vile to me.
Yeah, I mean, but it also just does it. So I don't just get a separate glass of olive juice.
Yeah, like a pickleback.
Yeah, and then just chase it.
I do think there is an artful balance to like making one dirty. Like you can still keep the vodka in there.
Definitely.
Like it's still the shot of vodka, or whatever, how much vodka goes. Maybe it's like 2 shots. I don't know. No, it's 1. It's probably 1.
Here in
one
my
and a
house,
half.
it's 2,
Mhm.
Sure. It's a bigger glass. I get it.
I was going to say
go
that
ahead.
the food that I wish I liked more, I've talked about this, is Italian food. I've fallen off Italian food.
Deeply upsetting, Jeff.
I know.
Deeply upsetting to me.
I want to like it, Mike. I want to not offend you.
What the fuck did you
He doesn't
just
like
say?
spaghetti and meatballs. He thinks it's bland.
Yeah.
Say what you just said again. You're
I wish
done with Italian food?
I just think I don't know. I fell off it. I don't know. I tried to.
How? What happened?
Well,
What
I
did
think,
you do?
to be fair, I think the straw that broke the Italian camel's back was
Tell him.
It was Olive Garden.
Yeah, it's because of Olive Garden he's made his decision.
No,
He went to Olive Garden.
I was already feeling
Shut
that
up.
way.
He went to Olive Garden that was like, maybe Italian food is mid.
Oh my God.
My God.
This is the most offensive thing you've ever said, and I'm not Italian.
There was a chance like bad take. I don't want to feel this way. I need someone to cure me.
Yeah.
We should do
How about the
Taco Bell
Italians?
dinner.
Yeah, Taco Bell turned me off of Mexican food as well. I don't understand.
It's not just Olive. I was already feeling that way, where it's like, I don't know, the pasta and noodles and spaghetti and meatballs and Alfredo sauce. None of that was appealing to me.
Alfredo doesn't appeal to you?
You're. This is so dumb, Grubb. Like I don't even want to hear it.
I can't change the
it
way
doesn't
I feel.
qualify.
should.
We'll have to go out in LA and have a good Italian restaurant.
We should go to Bestia because I haven't been
that sounds fantastic.
Someone
I
else
like
paid for
the
it.
chicken parmesan. No thanks.
Okay, based on what? An Olive Garden chicken
Not
parm,
just
which I can only
Part of
imagine.
Italy
but
that he had
also-
at Olive Garden.
Yeah, but also Olive Garden. Yeah, I got the tour of Italy.
Dude,
so it
like
was-
what is it? What is it like? I can only imagine it's like some sort of like pre-cut like fried chicken patty that's a perfect circle.
Yeah. It's a
with
chicken
slight-
nugget with ketchup.
and with like Parmesan like scrapings
the
on
Say
it.
lasagna was okay. I don't
Yes,
know.
they went for this delicacy.
The microwave.
And then when I'll
said
get
it
the
was
Marie
gross.
Callender lasagna, and that's no
Yeah.
good, right?
Get out.
Oh
Here,
yeah, that's
bro.
been frozen for 6 years.
What
Who
did
could
you
possibly imagine?
Dude, what did you think the response was going to be when that shit poured out of your mouth? What do you think we were going to say?
I knew no one was going to have it, and I am. This is. Let's be clear. This is a cry for help.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want.
we'll fix you.
Fix me. Take me to the right place.
Minotti.
Get me as far away from Olive Garden as possible, and let's see what we can do here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
I'm
you
like-
get fish at Olive Garden?
Oh my God! What sentence
No.
did you just say, Nikki?
No,
what?
it's even worse. No.
You couldn't even have fish at Olive Garden.
I hope not.
People
They have
think
fish
I'm
at
like
McDonald's, so they probably do.
Exactly, Grubb. So right, they do have fish at McDonald's.
people think I'm a snob because I don't go to Olive Garden. No, they are not legally allowed to be in New Jersey. Okay, they're just not here. The closest
for
one is
shoot?
Times
Wow.
Square. The closest one is Times Square to me. I guarantee.
Yeah,
you.
put it Times Square. That's incredible. Is it right by
yeah.
Guy Fieri's restaurant?
I did like Fazoli's in high school. That was pretty good. The unlimited breadsticks. That was
All right.
I think
We
I'm
must
gonna
pivot.
make you
We must
spaghetti and
pivot.
meatballs.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually
must pivot.
make you from scratch spaghetti and meatballs.
Dan,
All right.
Dan Reichert's absence on this show does not create a void in which must be filled by your food crimes.
I'm
we
not
will
saying, like
move-
I eat it. I find it unsatisfying. It's not like, oh, I can't handle it. It's just I'd rather
right,
have
why don't you have, like, a
barbecue or
butter
Mexican or
sandwich or
Chinese. Yeah, that's just all.
Why don't you just have like a butter sandwich or something?
That sounds great.
Nikki Grayson, please help us.
Yee, caramel apple empanada for
No.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
fucking go.
Come
Here it
on.
comes.
Come on.
New dumpers. I just left Taco Bell as I was listening last week to Voice My Dump Truck, and you guys are Taco Bell influencers, so I had to go get the newest fucking caramel apple empanada, right?
Okay.
And I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Great voicemail.
Are we,
Thank you,
are we
caller.
done? Just hang up. Just hang up, caller.
He
Thank
did.
You. Thank you, caller.
Listen, we talked all that fucking mess, and by we I mean me, talked all that fucking mess last week about this thing. I had it right after the podcast. Wasn't very good.
Is it supposed to be a dessert? It's supposed to be like a dessert thing, or
Yeah, it's just a fried pocket of
It's like a McDonald's apple pie.
caramel apple pie filling.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
goopier. It was sickly sweet in a way that was very
right.
one note, and I wasn't thrilled with it. I didn't finish it, and I took a bite, and I was like, "Oh man, bummer."
Yeah. I mean, what do you
Was not as good as it was when I was a child.
what are you expecting? Like, what are we doing? Right?
I was expecting to be transported like when like in Ratatouille when that guy eats the rat.
The ratatouille.
Sure.
Yeah.
He eats the rat. Yeah.
Do you get why it's called Ratatouille? It's because he's a rat.
Oh.
Light bulb
And then
just
the
went off.
meal is Ratatouille
Hey,
also.
that ratatouille ride, pretty good. That's a pretty
Oh,
good
yeah.
one. Yep.
Oh
good.
hell
That's
yeah!
fun
Right?
stuff.
Wasn't
Yep.
that phenomenal?
That was phenomenal. Yep. It's up there with like the Mickey Mouse Runaway Railway for me. It's
very
really
Oh,
similar.
that ride
Yeah.
bangs.
Yep. So
Love
good.
that. Love it. All right. Well, thank you, caller. Sorry about your bad experience with the empanada. Give yourself a Mexican pizza. You'll be just fine.
I got it.
Jeff Grubb, your turn.
Yeah, sure. All right. Let's go. I'll go with.
Mexican pizza, more Italian than anything at Olive Garden.
Let's go with 15 grand.
Hey, this is Giuseppe in Las Vegas. I'm picking up some food for my family, and I saw that this business has the dollar bill framed like behind the cash register. I'm wondering, would you rather have a check for 15 grand or get every single dollar bill that's behind all of these, registers in the entire country? All right, thanks. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, caller, but absolutely the latter.
The latter,
There's 100% way more money stapled to the walls of establishments than $15,000.
I would also more gleefully spend that money than I would spend a check of
This was someone's first dollar they ever made at this restaurant.
It is sentimental value, not for us, but still, that's value.
Right. Just rub it on myself, then spend it. Yeah.
Yeah, great. I will use that money now. Like, what? The money on the wall is not doing anyone anything.
Oh, I was going to say, so say this hypothetical becomes real, right?
Yeah.
So you get the dollar bills delivered to your home.
Oh, they're going to be all gross.
They're all gross.
Just wadded up in garbage bags, yeah.
And written on them, and
that to the bank, is that their problem?
I do believe there's a way to exchange bills. I think there's a way to
but you would have to,
you
need to count it yourself before you take it to the bank. So you'd have to
can't go up to the bank and be like, I'm not quite sure how much money this is, but I do want to put it in my account.
There are probably some banks that might do that, but these days probably not. You have to you need to put it in the wrapper that says it's a stack of 100 and stuff. I think
man.
I'm sure there's a third party that you can
mail your money.
Back when
for
the
a small
eBay store
fee.
from the 40-year-old virgin. But that for counting money. Yeah.
No, we sell your stuff on eBay for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way to do it. I would rather have that problem than have less money in that $15,000 check. Because I don't know. I feel like there's probably
what's your estimate?
Hundreds. I think it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Think about
at least $100,000.
It has to be. I feel like I can just by drawing my memory, I can think of dozens of places that have at least $100 on the wall.
Here's the question. So I've Googled how many restaurants there are in America. If you remove chain restaurants, because chain restaurants aren't going to have...
Right, they've got no soul, so it's not this type of thing doesn't serve them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it says independent restaurants, there are... Well, these numbers don't add up. Google.
Shit.
Google.
Jesus
Gemini.
Google
you're drunk.
There are approximately 750,000 restaurants in the United States. Right underneath it, it says there are 350,000 chain restaurants. Then it says there are 157,000 single location full service. And then it says that there are 483,000. Those numbers don't add up.
That would be more.
It's
That's
all over
more.
the place.
So, but let's just say that half of those restaurants are not chains.
Okay.
And then half of those restaurants probably are vibes where they still have the dollar out. So that's still $250,000.
Yeah, easily. I think this is an easy calculation.
Even if it's 10% of that, right? That's probably still more than...
That's still more than 15.
You're going to get more than
30,000.
Yeah, you're going to get more than 15K.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But let me ask you this. I've been to a restaurant that had people are allowed to give $1, sign it, and then they'll staple that to the wall. So there's hundreds of dollars stapled to the wall. Do you get all of those?
You get everything, baby.
Okay.
You get all the money that's on
any
anywhere.
dollar bill, any denomination stapled to a restaurant wall
20s.
is now yours.
I've seen 20s.
Okay.
I've seen
now,
for sure.
Do you also get them if they are fake? If they are
and that's your problem. And if you spend that, you're going to fucking jail.
Right. Then now you're a felon.
Yeah.
Somehow for counterfeit.
Mm-hmm.
It has a Jesus bucks.
Yeah.
Did they hand those out around you? They did that.
Jesus bucks?
No, I'm
I get
unfamiliar.
I think it probably was because I went to school in West Hollywood and people didn't like that. But sometimes we would come back. It was kind of like a 50-50 situation. Sometimes we would come into school on a Monday, and inside of everybody's locker would be a postcard advertisement to Rage, which was the gay boys club on Santa Monica. And it would have a picture of a mostly naked man inside of all of the children's lockers.
And then the exact same thing, but with Jesus. The naked man was Jesus this time. Yeah.
Sometimes it would be Jesus bucks or something, and it would be it would have Bible verses on the back, and then it would have Jesus would be the president on the
Right.
on the dollar
That's pretty
bill,
cool.
and that was
Yeah.
good.
I think I picked up a dollar, like a $20 folded bill that when I opened it up, it was an invite to a church.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Oh
happened.
my
to me.
god,
Is that not illegal?
That's so
You know,
schemy.
It's like
oh my
it's
god,
like it was actually like only half. It like was clearly fake once you held it, but like just
Yeah.
that one from that one angle, it looked real. So yeah, I don't know.
wow, what a.
I don't know what
very
they think they're
cool-
accomplishing there because it's just like made me hate
And now I'm mad.
religion even more. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't,
Oh,
like,
this
win
backfired.
Jeff, what's worse, religion or Italian food?
Oh God, don't make me choose.
I'll put the poll up. Hold on.
That's a very easy. It's very easy.
Can I find a religious Italian restaurant? for Jeff?
Minati, I've not found an easier question that you've ever posited. Like what a simple calculation that is. I mean, this should be a shutout. This poll should be a shutout.
Five people have voted Italian food. 6
Who are
people.
these
Well, 5
freaks?
people
These are
only
my
have access
people.
to Olive Gardens. Those 5 people
no.
have never been inside a real Italian restaurant.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mikey. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Very good. It is my turn, and I will choose 300 milligrams.
You pansy asses with your 65 milligrams. I put down 300 milligrams just to get high. See you later.
Get the fuck out of here. What are you?
Just to feel
caller,
something.
Caller, you're drunk.
I think he's
Caller-
high. Actually,
300 milligrams
I
of
think
what?
he is.
Of what? Tylenol? Like, what are we talking about here?
Last week we were talking about getting high.
Yes.
And then I think we went around because someone was like, "You ever have 2 joints?" I think was the call that
It
we
was like,
got
what was the
last
most
week.
joints you had in one
Yeah.
night? Was the
Wait,
question.
What does that mean? Like, to yourself? Like,
Yes. And
Two
so
joints.
then we were talking about, because I can't smoke, I was trying to figure out like what the highest like number of edibles that I've had is, and we were all like in the no one had crossed 100 milligrams.
in
I
one
think I'm
sitting?
remembering.
Yeah,
Yes.
one city. Yeah.
100 is
That's a lot.
insane.
Yeah,
That's
because
insane.
that's crazy. So the idea that this person's having 300 to just get high.
Well, this caller's lying, is what's happening.
I think maybe
Oh,
they have
maybe
a
they're
horrible
drunk.
problem.
Yeah,
And we need to say somewhat strictly and succinctly here to stop.
I've had friends that would be like are probably in this zone. So
300?
yeah, I could think of a couple guys. Yeah, yeah,
Milligrams.
yeah.
Yo,
THC?
I'm sorry. I kind of refuse to believe it. I just
I
don't
mean, listen,
think.
you gotta understand. He managed a Burger King. Does that
Is he
make
a
it make more sense
silverback
now?
gorilla?
that
I don't
makes so
understand.
much
Like,
Yeah.
sense.
See?
Everybody I knew who worked at a Burger King was completely unhinged.
Yeah,
is your friend an elephant? I don't
No,
understand.
he's
like,
kind of a little guy. Yeah, but
Little
no,
guy.
A
he-
little
I mean,
guy. Wow.
maybe I'm out of the loop, and maybe I'm a lightweight. I don't understand. I like even the notion of like 20 to me is like, all right, I'm gonna have to hold on for that. I'm gonna have to hang on. You know, I'm gonna have to buckle up.
I do get scared when it's like I do the 20 milligram edible and then nothing happens. Like it's not just wait for a couple hours. And
Yeah.
I'm like okay, I'm just gonna take it easy for a while because it's like I don't want to be like I can't get back
Build
to my
up the
teenage
tolerance.
years. Yeah, I don't want to build up
Yeah.
a tolerance. No thanks.
I'll have that with alcohol though too. It's
Yeah.
like, boy, I drank 5 beers and feel nothing. That's not a good sign.
Yep.
Well, you're also drinking like PBR or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
drinking some craft shit.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, it's all about the ABV. If you're drinking high alcohol and 5 beers is like,
That's
you
what's
can.
Great about Christmas
Function?
time because like the number one beer here is Great Lakes Christmas
Fucking
Ale,
go. Yeah.
and everybody
Yeah.
drinks it. It's fantastic, and it's also like 7.5%.
Yep.
Damn.
It gets the job done. Yes.
That
They get
doesn't
the
fuck around.
job
One or
done.
2 of those, and you're already feeling it.
Oh, it's a Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mikey putting down a chicken parm and a couple of those beers.
Oh, what
I want to hang out with
That's
that
a
Mikey
holiday,
Gennady.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
I suppose
Um,
Christmas ale with my gravy just to spice it up a little bit.
I have weed questions.
Oh, yeah.
They opened like a delivery spot near me, and I'm looking at the menu, and like I'm seeing extra letters after THC now, and I'm just like,
hit me with them.
"Hi, what are these?"
Like CBG, CBD.
No, like THC like dash P or THC
Oh.
dash D
Oh,
and
so
shit
that,
like
the
this.
dash D I think is the Delta one,
Is
which
Delta. That's not real weed.
yeah.
Can I have I'll take one real weed, please.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't, where are those at?
I hate Delta weed. It sucks. If you like this, you can buy gummies on the internet now.
Yeah, and have it delivered, and it's Delta
And
weed.
have them delivered from anywhere, and that's Delta weed, and it's so bad.
It's like
It's
extracted
not
from
good.
hemp.
Yes.
They actually found a way to get the THC back out of hemp, and so
All right, it sounds economical and resourceful. That's
what
great.
it is not regulated.
Yes.
So
Right.
that's what they
I
like
don't
about
know.
it.
Sell it
That's why they can
online.
sell it online and send it maybe across state lines. Maybe
Yeah.
they're like
It's
kind of
Like,
being
you
kind
can
of cagey
send it
about
across
that.
State lines
Yeah.
in the post office, they don't care. But like every time I've had a Delta gummy, I have felt sick and hungover afterwards.
Why did we do this? This is
I don't
oh
know.
god,
Now,
this makes me
yes,
so
now, to
fucking
be fair,
mad.
Delta Gummies, the company that advertised with us, fantastic, great company.
Yeah, those are
Sure.
great.
Yeah,
Love
no
those.
one's challenging that. Okay, no one's challenging that, Jeff. What I'm challenging is like, why can't I just get normal ass THC? I want the vanilla
Well,
THC.
there's still-
Bring THC back to factory settings. That's what I want.
If you
I
go
want
to
that
like a real
version.
dispensary and you like walk in the place and you have if it's legal there and you have your ID, they'll direct you to the real stuff.
Yeah, that's real
What?
weed. Usually you're
What?
not getting fake weed. We fucked up, dude.
We
just
fucked up. It's you know what it is. We fucked up the way we like lobbied it.
Yes.
We tried to make it medicine first, and
Yes.
this is what happened. It should have always just been like funsies,
Mhm.
and I feel like we wouldn't have hit these.
You guys ever take
turbulent road bumps.
Marinol? Is that what it was called? When it was like actually a pill, THC in a pill.
Marinol.
Yeah.
Marinol?
I think it was called Marinol. It was THC in a pill as as an actual medicine. Yeah, it was like a cancer drug. Yeah,
I don't. I
it was
don't
like
know
it
what
was
that
like
is.
so like to like give kids with bad cancer an appetite
Oh.
if they wouldn't eat
Oh,
and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
I'm never taken it, so I have no
Yeah,
idea.
synthetic weed,
Yeah.
man-made cannabis.
God,
The pill
like,
says on it.
It's good for you.
I gotta call this place up. I'm like, your menu's ridiculous. Help me.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go in there and be like, show me your
Here's-
real weed, please.
I've said this on other programs, including If You're Driving, Close Your Eyes, a comedy podcast for discerning
Oh.
listeners, which you can find at patreon.com/if you're driving. But I don't think the different kinds of weed are real.
Strains?
Like, yeah, I think that's nothing.
or like indica
I think,
and
like,
sativa.
Indica, sativa, that shit's
Oh,
fake.
there's not a lot of evidence that
Yeah,
supports
that's-
that.
Yeah, I think that
I've
shit is
seen
fake.
that.
But
I think that all it is you pick what flavor the gummy is when you put it in your mouth, and that's the only difference between every single
you're
weed
not
gummy.
counting the fact that I am very susceptible to the power of suggestion. So
Yes.
Aren't we all?
If
Aren't
you
we
think
all?
about that, it really does work.
Yeah. I just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for good I'm looking for good weed resources. If somebody could point me in the direction of reliable and credible
You
weed
need
resources.
the equivalent of what Mike Minotti is at Disney World for for weed.
Yes.
I need
You
like
a
that.
Mike
I
Minotti
need-
weed guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that one? Can you launch that version?
Mike
Minotti? That'd be
Minotti.
sick.
Yeah, go back to the lab and make that Mike Minotti.
Yeah, come on.
maybe in like 5 years I'll get really into weed, and when
Oh,
I get
that'd be
into it, I
exciting.
get too into it, and I'll
Oh,
know
no,
way
that would
too
be
much.
Mike Minotti, I would like to request a re-roll for you. And
Yeah, respec into
let's
weed.
respec Mike Minotti as Weed Minotti. That'd
All
be
right.
sick.
I like it.
Very good. Thank you for all your time and effort here. All right, chat, it's your turn. How many milligrams can you handle? No. Okay, let's see. Who's the first one here? We did Weed Minotti.
Mhm.
No, we did that. Okay, Tolls.
No,
What is
they're
that?
they're
No.
just coming up with names.
No,
for
They're
them.
just giving you weed nicknames.
They don't.
All right.
They don't care about the voicemails. They're
They
just
want
trying to come up with my
Nevermind, though.
weed
It's
alien.
never mind. Yeah, never mind that MP3.
Hey.
Yeah.
Never mind. Love you. Bye.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, caller.
Thank you. Love you
Thank
too.
you.
Caller, love you.
Wow, the effort.
Oh, that's
Jen,
awesome.
Jen, I know you're not feeling well, but this is unacceptable.
Well, at least
Yeah, we're gonna-
this guy didn't say that he was negging his wife or whatever.
That's fair.
Like
Oh,
that
right,
other
that was a
guy.
But we
whole
do have
weird
performance
thing, right?
reviews coming up soon, and Jan, you're going to hear about this. You will.
We will remember this. All right, back around to you, Mike.
Don't use that.
Hey, dumpers. I called yesterday and I left a voicemail about eating a 100 milligram weed chocolate bar. Don't use that voicemail. Use this one instead. Because I don't want to lose my job at the newspaper. All right. Bye.
All right.
I put my newspaper job in jeopardy.
Look, I don't know much about weed, but apparently 100 milligrams ain't shit. Right?
This guy's so high, he still thinks there's newspapers and that he works at one.
That's how high he is.
Yeah.
Where's he been going all day?
He's a newspaper man, you see? Gonna get a big scoop. Excuse me, Mr. President. Well, what do you think about these tariffs?
He's just sitting in an abandoned like print shop or something like that. Oh man,
That was very good.
That's an all-timer voicemail.
Yeah,
That's a really good one.
And arguably one of the biggest swings from bad to good in voicemail dump drug history. So thank you.
oh
All right,
man.
great.
Well, yeah.
Man, oh man.
I got a good reminder of like, hey, you don't have to use your last name on any of this. You don't have to use any identifying markers at all if you
No.
call in.
You could say that your name is Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah.
and we wouldn't say anything to
I'm
discredit that.
Mr.
But-
Blade Runner.
What if you really like saying your own name, especially your own full name, because it's kind of like it has a nice alliteration. Yeah, it just feels good when it comes out.
Well, then listen,
Wow.
then we're not responsible for when you get fired from the newspaper.
Just asking.
Either way, thank you, caller. It's a triumph. Well played. Niki, your turn.
Can I have what would you hide for 200, please?
Hey, dumpers. I was remembering today in college, I worked at GameStop, and I would take home those big, oversized cardboard game boxes, like when we were done with promos of games and stuff, and I would tack them on my college apartment wall. And I'd have this whole wall of these cardboard game boxes, these oversized boxes, and I realized I didn't get a girlfriend until after I'd gotten rid of all of them.
Oh, that's really weird.
So my question for you is, if someone you're interested in was coming over to your place, what would you hide?
It's a
That's a really good question.
Really good.
Yeah. We're kind of coming back around, though, right? Like, that was a concern in the 20s and early 30s and late 30s and 40s. It's kind of like, look, here it is. Here's my 5 framed pictures of Donald Duck. Make of it what you will.
Yeah. At a certain point, if you have 5 framed pictures of Donald Duck, there's no point in hiding it. Like,
what am I going to do?
Yeah.
How long can I keep up the charade, right?
Yeah,
I didn't even realize
burst
he's
out
on
of
my
you.
fucking shirt right now.
Yeah, it's true. There's no hiding.
Every new date, another picture appears back on the wall. You're like, just maybe they won't notice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's Donald again.
I'm trying to think. I would hide like. I don't think I would hide objects necessarily. I would hide mess more.
Yes,
sure.
exactly.
Okay.
That's
You
what I'm
know?
really ashamed of.
But I think mess is a very human thing, unless we're talking about like filth. Are we talking about mess or filth?
But it's like mess, like
Still.
like the hamper is overflowing with like non-folded laundry.
Yeah. Dishes
I
in
will
the
pick that up
sink.
and toss it in
Of
the
course.
closet, for example.
Sure.
You know?
But even small messes, I'll get like way more self-conscious about that stuff, right? And like I'll vacuum. I'll make sure there's not some sort of weird off odor anywhere. Yeah, that's what I really get.
You ever so I have 2 parts to this. I'll answer the first one. I would probably just play the game of like, don't go in there.
Yeah.
Don't go in that one either.
That is where all the mess is now. I just threw it in that room.
More question.
Oh, it'd just be like,
if a person's like, don't go in there, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go in there.
yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I pulled that whole line from my house. Like, oh, we're not going to my house. My house is a mess.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish my house wasn't a mess so that we could just go over to my place. But I gotta get back there. Maybe holiday break.
I think I might do like the reverse, where it's like instead of hiding stuff, I might make stuff more prominent, like books that I think would be interesting. That would
might
be
as well.
Yeah. I think I'm like, oh yeah, that's looks like a smart
I
book.
love that.
Let me turn the cover this way so they can clearly read it when they walk in. Might do that move.
It's weird to have a bookcase at your front door like that.
So we have to move it to get in, and shove it to the side. Oh, it's so heavy from all these books.
all this knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse all the
Sorry, I hit a
academia.
button. Hang on, let me stop this person talking. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, all these books.
really-
why don't I even have it? It's all in my head now. I've read them all.
I've absorbed all this academic knowledge.
Yeah.
Dan Reichert has a really tidy house. Maybe it's because we're coming over.
Yeah.
So they're preparing it. It probably helps that nobody like cooks in the kitchen. But still, even like when we were like done with activities for the night, right, he would like start tidying up immediately. So he's got that going for him for sure.
Okay.
I think that if a person walks into your now I need to be very clear. There is a gulf right between the thing I'm about to say and the thing that Caller was describing, right? Which is that they had turned their human wall where they slept and ate and did their life into the wall of a GameStop. I am saying that I understand that there is a gulf between having one or two posters or whatever from popular culture object that you like. And if a person walks into your place and is like, oh, Star Wars poster, you didn't want to be around that person anyway.
Right.
It's not important. Like,
No, you're right.
It's a shit, you know?
Yeah, but if you walked in and it was like every movie that came out in 1998 and like you still had like the Love Guru up there, that would be a little different. Like it was just...
What would be the most red flag movie poster?
Other than the Love Guru?
Other than the Love Guru. Would it be like
Don't Mess with the
American Psycho or like something like that? Or...
I mean, American Psycho's I think that's a good movie. I don't think like it
why do you
wouldn't
have
be
a
a
poster of it?
I just don't think
Fight Club.
Unanimously is saying Fight Club.
Yeah.
Fight Club?
I mean, Fight Club is
yeah.
definitely one that would
With
scare off.
one voice, they all shout.
Fight Club.
Boondock Saints is good too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Boondock Saints more than Fight Club. I think Fight Club is it's like your college movie.
What is somebody? I got through like the first 20 minutes of Boondock Saints, and I was like, "What is this?"
I mean,
what's going on here?
There was a firefight, and
it's a movie you watch when you are just hanging out with the boys in 8th grade and 9th grade.
Yeah,
and that's just it. That's all that movie is.
Like, I didn't dislike it, but I was just like, "What is this? What's happening here?"
That's different from the show on Adult Swim.
Yes.
No,
that's the
I was also confused.
Not
for a while.
Not the Boondocks. No, very different.
That's
actually.
a great cartoon.
Yes, God, man.
I think it's very much a product of its time, very highly influenced by other like maybe more serious and important cinema.
Right,
of
it's like
era.
5th-rate Tarantino. Yes.
Yeah, I think that is a lot of that, and you know the boys really loved it because of the ultra violence. And the kind of
Willem
like
Dafoe yells, "There was a firefight!" Like,
and,
come on.
and Willem Dafoe is the only sort of like saving grace.
Yeah, he's
to
like
it.
he's slopping up that whole scenery. Yeah,
it's you know, it's very much stuck in a moment. I think Fight Club. You know, I maybe have a softer spot for Fight Club in my youth.
No, we're coming back around to like where like a woman walk into an apartment, see a Fight Club poster, and that would be their association with it. They're now like okay, it's been enough years, and we're watching like this movie rules. This is great. The same thing's happening with the Big Lebowski, where it's like there was like, oh, the Big Lebowski people were really obnoxious for a while, and now people are watching, but oh, okay, don't let the obnoxious people ruin these really good movies for you, because it turns out they're pretty good.
I like that stance.
I was on a Fire Escape podcast that hasn't been out yet, and Dan found his hard drive of his papers he wrote for his movie classes, and he did indeed write one on Fight Club. And if you want to hear that, listen to the next Fire Escape.
That sounds incredible. I'm sure he got it.
Well,
more than anyone.
Yeah, I want you guys just guess the tone of what it is, like, because I think if you like don't overthink it here, think of like what Dan was like in college, and then him watching Fight Club and having to write the analysis of Fight Club.
I think he really appreciated its manliness.
I'll tell you, the one scene was like, it's so good because basically he said because it has lighting and editing.
Oh yeah. Let's fucking go. No metaphors. Not a metaphor to be seen.
Oh, he definitely talks around the idea that there might be metaphors, but he never mentions a one.
Hell yeah. Let's go. That was the movie too, where he like said, "Oh, I'm afraid of stoves because of Fight Club," and I'm like, "You fucker! That is fantasy impacting your reality."
I don't
piece
think
of shit. Your house is super clean, but
has the institution of higher education failed anyone more than Dan Reich?
A film major.
I don't know.
Or did it fail him, or did he point out the flaws inherent to this?
Don't you dare turn this around, Niki.
The biggest failure is that he was always allowed to progress through it. Right?
No one wanted to like stop and like do the work of fixing him. Yeah,
Dan exudes this energy is the opposite of sort of like rubbernecking, where people are just like, I don't want it to just be here anymore. Let's just send it on through, right?
I'm still thinking, was it a few weeks ago now? Where Bakalar just said, you know what, Dan? I don't care about you anymore.
I mean, you know.
I've been thinking about that line.
The truth hurts. What can I say? The truth hurts. All right, where are we on time? We got maybe 5 minutes here. That means you, Jeff Grubb. It is your turn.
All right, let's go with hardly working.
Hey, I've got a merch idea. It's one of those mugs that's that like changes the design with the hot or cold temperatures. It says "working hard" and it's got a picture of Dan's face, and then when you pour something hot in it, it says "hardly working" and it's got a picture of Minotti's face.
All right,
It's so stupid. It might work.
Is the implication that Dan Reichert's a harder worker than me?
I believe that's the implication there, which is, I mean, I know for a fact is untrue. Like,
thank you.
someone who,
well, it's too late. I've already added it to the store. So
well, look, I do like having my face on stuff.
I knew you would have no problems. Yep.
Yeah. My dad had one of those when I was young, and I still think about it. It was cool because it was a Star Trek one, and it would like do like they were in the teleporter room, right? And they would only appear in the teleporter room when the hot liquid was in. I thought that was very cool and kind of magical.
It's amazing how time has changed things, because you said it's cool because it's a Star Trek one, and not it's cool despite being a Star Trek one. So it's like, it's great how we've grown.
Oh, I like Star Trek.
Of course, yeah.
In fact, that previous question, I do have a oil painting of Deep Space Nine, the Star Trek space station, in my bedroom. And I'm like, look, that's not coming down. I don't care what. You can leave.
Yeah. I can't make love without that on the wall, actually.
I won't have the courage to.
If that's not there, I can't finish. All right, cool. Well, we got to finish this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Jeff Grubb. Thank you, Niki Grayson. And thank you to Mike Minotti. We have got a jam-packed rest of 2024 coming in here. So please stay tuned to all the things we've got cooking. It's going to be a race to the finish. And of course, go check out the store with all the new merch. There's also socks we didn't talk about. The socks aren't there yet, but they're coming. We got socks coming. And that'll be there for the Black Friday.
That is so hot.
Mm-hmm.
So hot. Socks are hot right now. What can I say? 707 EXITFLU is our phone number. Leave a voicemail. I'll say this. We'll have an episode next week. After that, we'll probably take a little bit of a dump truck break.
It'll be weird. Yeah, it'll be hard to do.
But we'll do one next week. Until then, thank you all. Thanks to all the callers, all the chats. And we will see you next week. Have a great holiday if you're celebrating. See you later. Bye-bye.